Well, hello, hello. How are we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a little bit of a lunchtime live stream we're doing today. We got a couple of cool pieces out on the table today. We are talking about a little bit about the Chris Vector here, chambered in that 45 ACP. I also have the Springfield Prodigy custom build that I have, and I also am rocking the Springfield Armory 911. This one's called as well. Little 380 ACP carry gun that I have in the collection. So just figured I'd hop on for lunch here. Whoa, because I'm just kind of hanging out, kicking it a bit, and I am struggling to position my camera. So I might bail on the camera stand that I'm using. Malik Ferris, welcome to the channel, dog. How you doing today, boss? Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, we're bailing on the little tripod stand here today. I got to figure out a better way to stabilize these cameras. I'm doing my best. But yeah, Malik, welcome back. Appreciate you popping on the live stream for lunch here with us. And I also do appreciate all of your emails about the super safety stuff. Yeah, I was luckily off a little bit early today. So I'm going to definitely do a live stream later tonight as well. It seems that more people are on later in the day than earlier in the day, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm freezing to death in my house right now. So if the camera's shaking, it's because I'm legitimately shivering to death. I think I just checked the temperature. It's 59 degrees in here, so I just turned on the heat. But yeah, doing okay, man. Just chilling out. Actually, really excited because today I do have some parts coming in from Midwest Industries, which is going to be pretty dope. I'm pretty pumped about that. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, gonna have some pretty cool content coming out with some Midwest industry stuff. Yeah, when they make a 3 position, I'll definitely send you the link. Cool, appreciate that, dog. Think of how I could do this appropriately. I'm really kind of. What's up, Mr. Muhammad? Do you have an M4? Oh shit! Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, that's might be a little bit better. Oh, I didn't mean to hide that. Sorry. If I get another one for my AR, I'll send you one. Those are 3 positions. Yeah, dude, that'd be cool. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, I think you were asking Mr. Malik the other day, like about sending monetization. I don't know. So I'm pretty close to getting the first YouTube like monetization threshold. I know you're an AK guy. But you should try. Dude, I would love to. I'm an AR guy too. I started with ARs. I feel like recently I've been like super obsessed with AKs, and I do really love my AKs, but I also really love my ARs also. So any AR parts I definitely enjoy, and especially if one is 3 position for us. I mean, that makes it a little bit worth it in my book. My only beef with like the current FRTs that I've had experience with is I just don't love the 2 position factors, because if it's jamming or not working, it kind of like it essentially just makes the gun a range toy. But Melania Hutchinson is asking, what kind of red dot do you got on that pistol? So I actually have the Holosun ACSS Vulcan is the name of that red dot. So it was actually the first pistol red dot I had purchased in the collection. And the reason that I got that ACSS Vulcan by Holosun specifically is it does have a little chevron with a big circle around it. So it really helps you to find the dot if you're a new kind of pistol red dot shooter. So I do really actually recommend that Holosun ACSS Vulcan quite a bit. It's a good optic. I've had no problems with it. It does have the shake wake. It's got all of the little bells and whistles that you could really want, which is pretty cool. Is it real? Yes, it is real. Just make sure you have a full auto bolt carrier. We were talking about some of the FRT super safety stuff. Yes, I believe I actually have an H2 buffer as well, because I remember kind of playing the buffer weight game when I was playing with my Franklin Armory binary. So I should have all the correct components. Malik says +1 for the Holosun. I have the 407. Yeah, the 407 actually does come in a Vulcan as well, I believe, with the like circle around the dot. I think I think the only difference in the Vulcans is that the 407 has like a true dot, and the 507 Vulcan has the chevron, like that little triangle. But they're both cool. I both appreciate them. Can you turn it on so we could see? Unfortunately, on a YouTube live, I am unable to touch any of the guns, so I can't really turn it on to show you on the live stream. But I do definitely have a video or two on that, like with that red dot on the channel, that is able to show you what the dot actually looks like. I guess I should do a dedicated short to that. I guess I really should sit down here with a pen and paper so I can write this kind of stuff down. But yeah, if you guys are just joining, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the stream so we can get more friends up in the live stream. That's always a good time. Yo, what's up, man? What handgun is on the far right? Welcome, Vodka Operator. Appreciate you popping back into one of the streams. I love when people come back multiple times. So the little guy on the right is actually going to be the Springfield 911, it's called. That guy is actually chambered in 380 ACP. I kind of bought that. It was one of the first like kind of smaller concealed carry handguns I bought before I really kind of knew a ton, I guess, about the EDC swag. It's a nice little gun. It's super small. It's kind of hard to appreciate because the Vector and the 4.25 Springfield Prodigy are kind of smaller guns as well. But the Springfield 911 is essentially the same as it's one of the SIG handguns. I want to say the SIG P338, I believe. But yeah, no, it works pretty well. It's super small. It's a nice little like pocket carry gun or fanny pack gun, I guess. To be honest, I kind of suck with that gun. It's got a pretty small barrel, and it's a pretty small frame. For most of the EDC guns, like if they don't have a good like frame or grip, I kind of suck with them because I can't get a good grip on it. That being said, nothing is wrong with that gun. Shoots pretty well. I actually did have to send it back to the factory when I first got it because it was not cycling appropriately, but the Springfield sent it off to Springfield. Man, this was probably back in 2019, 2018 maybe. Sent it back to Springfield, and they took care of the problem for me. I haven't had any issues with it since. I do consider selling that gun every once in a while just because I don't really use it. My main EDC gun is going to be the P365 AXG Legion, and I also carry my Glock 17 quite a bit as well. Malik says, told you we were a family. Now, well, I appreciate that, boss. I really do appreciate you guys watching my content. And Malik, you specifically have been an OG supporter, so I really do appreciate that. And thank you. Wingstop. The Vector is sexy. Well, thank you, Wingstop. Wingstop's actually one of my favorite foods to get DoorDashed. So I do love the Vector. This one here is actually chambered in 45 ACP. I unfortunately have had some pretty significant jamming issues with this Vector over kind of the course that I've had it. It's a fun little sub gun. It is super sexy. It's cool. It's vibey as shit. I do have this one SBR'd, so I am running the Vector stock and the Vector little like vertical foregrip / hand stop situation. I usually am, of course, running an optic on this guy. I think I recently ripped it off and threw it on one of my AKs. I do need another optic for this Vector. It's one of those things I'm working towards. A lot of projects in the pipeline, and I tend to get a little bit squirrely and distracted. So, can we see your face? Unfortunately not. For what I do with work, I can't really do like, it protects me to not do that. Although, can you imagine trying to use the Vector as an EDC? So I actually don't think the Vector is a terrible choice for maybe like a backpack gun situation. It does fold up pretty small. It is a little boxy, but I mean, I actually usually take it to the range in like my computer bag. So it definitely can fit in a smaller, like kind of EDC pack if you were to run like a backpack or something like that. And it's like, 45 ACP is a decent caliber. It does shoot really flat due to that kind of Super V recoiling system that the Vector is kind of known for. Pickles, the YouTuber. What's up, Pickles? We're talking about optics. Wingstop says, whatever you do, don't buy a CPX2 9mm. Why is that? If you use a magnifier on your AK, I can send you a red dot I don't use, and you can keep your one on your Vector. Well, that would be awesome. I'm never going to say no to that. I don't know. I have like I really do like the AK iron sights. I usually do pretty well with them. I always seem to be in optic poverty, and I'm not really I'm not really quite sure why. I think I just end up like having to like I don't know. I always switch around optics, and I feel like I buy guns more than I buy optics. I of course do have a lot of like I don't even know if I have a lot of dots, but I have dots on like my purpose-driven AKs, my purpose-driven ARs, and a lot of my handguns too. I love optics. It hurts my soul to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars in optics. It really kind of sucks. Malik says you don't need a magnifier to use it, but it has BDC drops and are kind of hard to see with. What's a BDC drop? Yeah, man, I'll take it. I would definitely find it a home for sure because right now my Vector needs an optic. I need an optic for my RPK. I would like to put an optic on my 12 gauge Sika 12 as well. And I think everything else, I think I have optics for most things, but yeah. All right, hold on. Maybe people like the shaky camera. I'm not getting as many live watchers because I'm not like shaking the camera like a crazy person. But yeah, Malik, hit me up. Shoot me an email. We can make it happen. I'd really appreciate that. That'd be awesome. Private Ass Man, what's up? Tiny PP 1911. Yeah, pretty much. So that's going to be the Springfield 911. It's called little 1911 platform gun that is chambered in 380 ACP. The model of this gun specifically, it's kind of hard to see on the table here, but it does have some pretty nice rubberized grips that beef out the frame just a little bit. And it actually has a really good pair of iron sights on it as well. That gun is not optics cut, but it does come with night sights, which I think is really cool. This gun specifically, if I really focus and do my best, I can do okay with it. It's not a super small frame gun like that for me. I'm never really amazing with. And is that something I could like train through? I mean, I guess, but like for me, I'd much rather carry my P365 or something along those lines. It's just a little bit beefier and gives me a little bit more control of the weapon system. BDC Big Dog. Private Ass Man says, "What's the little black rectangle on the right side, just above the trigger guard?" That is a piece of tape. I really should just take that off. I'm trying to remember what I had that for. I think I was doing something where I like didn't want the serial number shown or something like that. So it's just a little piece of hockey tape. I want to see AK-47. I want to see it. Well, I do have a lot of AKs on the channel. I do not have any on the table today. Oh, I am going to there's for sure going to be an AK out on the live stream later tonight. And then I was supposed to I'm trying to remember. I was supposed to set out some knives on the table today too. Because people in the live stream yesterday were just wanting to see some knives. So maybe I guess I will be showing some knives on the channel a little bit later today. I actually, not that I am not a knife dude, but I'm not really a knife dude. But whatever. Private Ass Man asks if you handle guns off stream during live, is that bannable? So I want to say yes, because the one live, I turned the camera, I moved something, and then I turned it back, and then it like did get shut down. So I don't know how the YouTube AI chat overlords know that, but yeah, you guys are just joining the stream. Please subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. We have a ton of fun on the live streams. We have tons of other content on the channel also. Yeah, for the YouTube AI chat overlords, there are no firearm sales on the channel, and I'm also not touching any guns. I wonder what the limits of that are. Yeah, so the problem is like I don't want to test the limits because if a live stream gets shut down, I'm like, I can't do live streams for however long YouTube decides I can't do live streams. So sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's like a week. And I don't really want to get banned. Fishing with Chase, he says, I'm back. Well, welcome back to the channel, Fishing with Chase. I hope you got to your 100 subscribers. I know you were wanting to do that here. But yeah, if you guys are just popping in, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out quite a bit. We do have the custom Springfield Prodigy build that I have on the left-hand side of the screen. We got that Chris Vector dead center. And then we have the Springfield 911, it's called, on the right-hand side of the screen, which is a little baby 1911 chambered in that 380 ACP. Chase is 2 away from 100. Why? I wish you luck, buddy. But yeah, some pretty cool guns from so Malik. Malik says it's primary arms, MD 25 Gen 2. I think the BCD and the drop dots, like how you have the center dot. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, dude. If you're not using it, I'd be more than happy to give it a good home here on the channel. Private Ass Man says, how would they even know? Guns are being handled during stream, not just by you. Does it have to be by you? What if your buddy handles the guns off stream? Dude, I don't know, man. I really don't. The YouTube rules for things are very like, especially firearms related, are very kind of all over the place for one reason or another. I've had some like I've had some content that stays up on the channel for a week or two, and then they're like, "Oh, like no, that's got to come down." I have some content that they like age restrict, and I have some content that they leave alone. It really doesn't make any sense, to be incredibly honest. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna take this off. There we go. Okay, cool. What is a good P90 optic? I would probably go with just some sort of smaller dot. You could either use like a pistol dot, kind of like we have here on the Springfield Prodigy, or um, I don't know. You might check like an aim point acro. I think that would look really good on a P90. There's not really a right or wrong optic for the P90 specifically. I don't think I would personally run like a big bulky EOTech on the P90, just because it's probably would look a little ridiculous. You kind of got to fit the size of the optic with the gun. I did have a EOTech here on the Chris Vector for quite some time, and even that was like questionably large, in my opinion. P90 being kind of a smaller PDW weapon system, I think you probably are going to want to keep it fairly slim and low profile. Malik says it's literally brand new. LOL, only mounted. Yeah, man. If you don't want it, send that shit my way, dog. Private Assman says YouTube jail is such a flip coin, and if you preemptively delete content to save your ass, in some cases they will view it as an admission of guilt and still ban. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't know. That one guy says Luger or Mauser pistol. Which would you pick? Well, I have neither in the collection, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. But I think I would probably pick the Luger. I think those are super cool little guns. But yeah, if you guys are just popping in, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you guys being here. We are going to do another live stream later. Blake says, I got you when I get home. Better to let someone who will use it than in the collect us. Well, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. I really do appreciate all your support and watching the stuff for me. Yeah, my kind of New Year's goal, New Year's resolution, I don't know, goal for the channel. I really would like to hit 100,000 subs this year. I don't know if that's necessarily an attainable goal, but we're sure going to do our best. What's up? He's back as well. I love the repeat squad in the live streams. I really do like it. We are going to do another live stream tonight at like 8 or so. So usually we get a little bit more people on the later night live streams. That's okay. I wanted to pop in and just see who was hanging out today, because I'm done for the day. I'm trying to think of what else. While I was at work, I edited a long form video that's going to be dropping at, I believe, 1:30 here, so about an hour and a half or so. And that video kind of hurt my spirits a little bit, because it's like my top 3 reasons why AKs kind of suck. And I am a huge AK guy. I'm just kind of like, I wonder, what would be 3 reasons that AKs kind of suck. So I do have a long form video on me shitting on my favorite platform coming out later today. So that's kind of cool. Oh no, we're still going. Private Ass Man. I'm not ending it right now. Dual wield vectors. Yeah, man. If I had 2 vectors, I would. But I only got 1. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for all of us on the east side. Yeah, I'm actually going to schedule it out, Mr. Malik, because I know y'all like when I schedule them out. But sometimes, like today, like for this stream specifically, I just kind of like, yeah, well, just do one. But yeah, I am going to try and schedule out the live streams in the evenings. It's just kind of been a little bit of trial and error to see what people want and what time and all that good stuff. So I am kind of still figuring it out, man. I really haven't been doing the live streams all that long. I guess it's been a little while now, but that one guy says, I have an IO Arms AK. What do I do? Well, enjoy it and have fun, man. Had any problems with it, I guess? Thoughts on 308 AKs? I love AKs chambered in anything, so I would enjoy. I don't really have an AR-10. My only question on the 308 AK is actually how accurate is it within a practical sense. So I think it'd be cool. Private Ass Man is subscribed. He says, "Well, thank you, Private Ass Man." Yeah, like I said, for this stream, I did not do any like I didn't schedule it out, but for the one later on tonight, I will. But then I'm also pretty bad about like starting the stream early too. Like every time I do schedule it out, I feel like I end up like starting 10 or 15 minutes early, but that's okay. Yeah, so we got the I'm actually wonder if I could show you. It's kind of hard to show you, but this little gun is that's the Springfield 911 chambered in 380. You should try making a set time for your streams. That way we know what time your streams will start. Just a thought. It's a pretty good thought. Yeah, dude, to be honest, it's just kind of tough because I got a lot of life going on too. But like I said, I mean, usually I'm gonna try and schedule them out a little bit better. So hopefully that helps a little bit. But to be fair, it usually just kind of depends on like what I have going on outside of YouTube world too. The internet tells me it might and it might explode, might have cast parts. Dude, you're gonna be fine. Um, Most of those AKs, like some of them do, I don't know. Like you're gonna be fine. Just go shoot it. You'll be all right. Have you seen the CZV 758? It looks like an AK, but can feed from clips too. Oh, I actually have not. Basically, check crossbred between an SKS and an AK. That's kind of cool. I'm a big fan of like funky little guns like that, so I'll have to check that out. Scared, put those guns away. Well, unfortunately, I can't touch them. So they stay. They stay right out on the lunch slash dinner table slash workbench slash everything. Buy a build kit for the AK and build yourself. You know, so I really do want to buy a build kit, excuse me, for the PPSH 41. I just don't have anyone that would assemble it for me, which kind of sucks. So a little bit of a buzzkill there. Because the PPSH parts kits, I think they're running on Atlantic Firearms for like $300 or $400, which is really not too bad. So I don't really mind spending that kind of money to buy one. The problem is I just don't have anyone to build it, which is kind of suck. Imagine coming onto someone's stream just to criticize them for the whole purpose of their stream. Yeah, whatever gets me the interactions, you know. Private Assman says, what work has to be done? I could teach you to weld. Yeah, so it's okay. So you can buy, because the barrel comes cut. So you can buy a new barrel for another $150 or something, which is fine. But you have to, and this is just me being a little ignorant. You do have to place the barrel, like you have to set the barrel in the gun, and I don't quite know how to do that. For the handguard, yeah, you're correct. You just kind of weld the handguard together, which I can't imagine that would be too hard, but I'm not quite sure. Fantasize Impromptu by Chopin is a banger. Also, basically impossible to play. I don't know if that's like a video game or something, but cool. Yeah, if you guys are just popping in, welcome to the stream. We appreciate you being here. Any subscription to the channel really helps me out quite a bit. We have a couple of cool pieces out on the table today. We do have the Springfield Prodigy, basically the Staccato P at home, as well as the Chris Vector here, and then a little Springfield 380, little 1911 platform guy also. It's classical music. Well, you can tell I'm pretty uncultured. Sorry about that. Now that I have the phone off the stand, the one kind of cool thing about, well, one of my favorite parts about my Springfield Prodigy is the ports on the front. I do have this gun ported that makes for a super flat shooting system. It's actually really cool to watch this gun shoot in like slow-mo then as well, because it's like the ports produce the same whatever. I don't know what you just say, but no sales on the channel. Yeah, thanks. I usually like to repeat that a couple times just for the AI chat overlords. But yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying time thefting from their boss today with me on the channel. By the way, the Luger is worth whatever you find one for. I do have one. It's a fantastic gun. Nice. I would like one, but again, it's just like the cost of I really do like historical pieces, but what kind of irritates me a little bit about those historical pieces is that they're kind of like incredibly expensive. And even if they are good guns, like they're still not really going to keep up with, modern firearms and stuff. Uh, sounds like precision jigs are involved. I don't know much about gunsmithing, but a receiver re-weld may need to reheat treated as welding ruins tempering around it. Yeah, dude, it's one of those things where like, I mean, I could put together an AR and I can switch out everything on an AK, but when it comes to like setting barrels and doing that sort of thing, not that I don't know, I don't want to say I could never figure it out, but it's kind of an expensive project to like fuck up. Uh, So it'd kind of be like, so all right, so the kit's like 400, the barrel's 150, so I'm 550 in, and then I think I have to buy, like I'd have to pay someone, and for it to like maybe I don't know, dude. Right, you're gonna pay at least $1,000. Fuck, sorry guys, for something you're not don't want to carry. Yeah, dude. Again, like it would be cool to have like some of these historical pieces, but like I even wanted like an SKS. I don't have an SKS, and I know those used to be super cheap, but like I can't really find a super cheap SKS even nowadays. Bless you. Well, thank you. Yeah, if you guys are just popping in, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out quite a bit. Bless you again. Thank you, Malik. Private Aspen says, if I had the jigs and I knew I was in the clear legally, I'd do it for free. Well, I really appreciate that. But again, it's just me not knowing. I even Googled, because like we were talking about this on a live stream not all that long ago. And like I was like, I don't mind. All right, Pete, you're getting put in timeout, homie. My friend has one. A jig, Malik, or a PPSH? Sadly, I don't think California takes lightly to receiver re-welds. Yeah, probably not. Only for a price. Pete tripping. Yeah, I do have a couple of moderators here. Malik, I should probably make you a moderator as well. I do have a couple of moderators on the streams here because sometimes I'm running a little bit behind in the comment section. So sometimes people get away with some shenanigans, but that's okay. If you guys are just popping in, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the channel. Oh, my friend has an SKS. Yeah. Here, Malik, I'll make you a moderator. Add as moderator. There you go. Hold on. Standard or managing? Can manage. Can review. Okay, there you go. Let's say for real California, the meds too. Yeah. I like the state for the gun laws, but it's cold, yo. Dude, it's freaking cold everywhere right now, man. I hate this weather. But yeah, we do have the custom Springfield Prodigy. I do have quite a little bit of quite extensive content on the Springfield Prodigy on the channel. Because I did some pretty cool upgrades to it. The V8 ports are obviously super sick. As you can see, I did actually add a Dawson Precision mag weld to this guy as well. Funny enough, a lot of like folks online were kind of saying that you couldn't add a mag weld or you could. I've kind of heard some different things. So the mag weld I do have on this guy is the Dawson Precision mag weld, which is the same mag weld that they use on the Staccatos actually too, which I thought was pretty cool. And I did have to file the mag weld a little bit to get it to fit on the gun. But once I filed that down, took kind of a long time. But once I filed it down appropriately, I was able to get that sucker on. California is decent in other areas. There's actual data privacy laws, goodish worker protection, but the cost of living relative to wages and the 2A antiness sucks. Yeah, I gotta say. Private Aspen says real. Yes, is real. Fishing with Chase hit us 100 subs. Nice. Congrats, dog. But yeah, if you guys are just popping in, please subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. We got the Chris Vector out on the table here as well today. That's kind of one of my biggest, well, aside the kind of jamming of the Vector, which is a pretty huge little bit of an irritation for us. The only other beef I have with the Vector is that there's not like really a ton of modification you could do to it. Like the Springfield Prodigy, I really like to take a gun from the factory and kind of do a bunch of aftermarket stuff to it just because I do find it really enjoyable. I like kind of getting these weapon systems as maxed out as I can in a sense. And with the Vector, there's just unfortunately not a ton you could do to it. I did actually add it's not even like a new trigger. It's just like a screw that limits the over travel of the trigger. So I did add that. I do have a muzzle device on this guy, so I can like whip the suppressor on and off. Obviously, I did SBR it, so I have the Chris stock and the Chris little vertical grip on it too. I know the Gen 3 Vectors are rocking the 1913 adapter rail, as well as you could change the pistol grip. Like you could use regular AR pistol grip. So I think that's kind of cool. That's definitely not going to be enough for me to buy a second Chris Vector in Gen 3. But, is what it is. Private Assman says, next city over, we have a corrupt sheriff who won't issue CCWs unless they donate to her re-elect campaign. That's kind of fucked up. That sheriff should lose all immunity. Agree. Crazy how one person can criminalize you for your rights. Yeah, that does kind of suck, man. Yeah, I've actually never been to California. I mean, people obviously say it's like super nice, but I don't know if it's really going to be my scene there. So you guys are just popping on to the channel, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Please subscribe to the channel. It really does mean a lot to me. I don't usually feature this little guy on the channel. I don't know why it called to me today. It's a good gun. It's just, I think for in today's day and age with like I feel like every single company, like every other week comes up with like a new smaller 9mm EDC weapon. So to kind of have this one chambered in 380. What's up, Josh? John, sorry. Don't have my glasses on today. We need to make a standardized test nationwide to be able to own fully automatic firearms. Just saying, two people with those light switch things would think twice about starting bullshit if a whole family could return the firepower. Yeah, I do think that there needs to be a little bit more of a streamlined process for that. That makes a ton of sense to me. So I'll 100% agree with that. I mean, you could do it, but it's a pain in the ass, and there's all sorts of like licensure fees and all like a bunch of shit. She's out of office. We're talking about the corrupt mayor next door, or corrupt sheriff, excuse me. She's out of office and had multiple lawsuits against her and criminal cases. Not sure about the results, though. There shouldn't be any tests in the Constitution. Well, that's also true. It's one of those things where, like, with gun laws, I don't know. You could almost make this argument towards anything, but if someone's going to do it, they're going to do it. It doesn't really matter if it's illegal or not. So Indiana has constitutional carry, and I don't have to do testing either. Emissions testing. Nice. Dude, the emissions testing is quite the scam too. But if you guys are just popping on, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. We got the customized Springfield Prodigy. Oh, the one thing I didn't mention about this on this stream is that this actually does have a 2.5 pound trigger job on it as well. So that 2.5 pound trigger combined with the V8 ports makes for a pretty quick little gun. Private Assman says, my opinion is firearms should be deregulated for personal ownership, but public programs, education services should be geared towards responsible gun ownership. Well, that seems reasonable for me. JB, can I have one? No, there are no firearm sales on the channel, JB. But once we hit a certain subscriber threshold and I start monetizing the channel a little bit, I definitely do want to do some giveaways for y'all. I think that would be really cool. I don't want to be one of those channels where I just get a bunch of shit and then I hoard it in my closet and don't give it back. Don't give it back to the community. So definitely going to be giveaways on the channel if it continues to grow. I can promise you that. So can you please bring the camera closer to the pistol on your left? I want to have a better view. Yeah, sure. So Springfield Prodigy, I do have a Dawson Precision Magwell, Holosun ACSS 507. I also have the V8 ports on the slide for this guy as well. That would be fire. Yeah, dude, I definitely do want to do giveaways, but like I said, I spend a ton of money on these like guns and stuff, and I also have kind of spent quite a bit of money on editing software and all that shit. So I need to make some fucking money on this channel. That would be fire. Looks at the closet. Yeah, dude, it's super easy to just hoard shit away. A-Bands, I just subbed off this live. Well, appreciate you, man. Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, I do really appreciate any new subscribers. Y'all are the best. So we actually have a pretty solid like little live stream community that we're rocking here too. I feel like we do get a lot of repeat live folks, and I really love talking to y'all. Private Assman says you should do some gaming streams. I don't know if you were this was probably, I don't know, last Saturday or last Friday. I did end up so we did like a 4-hour stream. And I would say the first 2 hours were like gun stuff. And then the second 2 hours was just fucking me losing at Call of Duty. I kind of just had the table like angled up right like that. Yeah, I saw the COD stream. Yeah, it was cool. I'd watch you cover Gunsmith Simulator. That'd be a fun one. No rush to giveaways. Just keep up the content. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You guys are so nice. I'm in Nigeria. Could you give away to me when probably not. Probably just would stay in the U.S. I have a storage tote full of old holsters and mag pouches. Yeah, for a while there, I was just kind of like selling everything that I wasn't using, which I don't know. It allowed me to buy more new stuff. So I usually try and do that. But I guess now with the channel, I'd probably end up just keeping it or doing some giveaways of all my, crap that I don't want anymore. AKIV Gaming says, I like the gun. Well, thank you, sir. I hope you like the Vector. The Vector's dope. LMFAO. Yeah. Good luck with ITAR. Yeah. Dude. Yeah. The only time I've really tried to buy things from outside of the US is I did try and get some Zenico parts. The US customs agents straight up swooped them all, which was a little shitty because I spent like $600 in parts. The Zenico parts are cool, but they're pretty damn unattainable, which is unfortunate. I know Midwest Industries is making some pretty cool AK parts. Funny enough, my package from Midwest Industries is allegedly going to be arriving today from 3 to 7 p.m. So I'm pretty fucking stoked for that. Dude, you know that custom agent just resold them. Yeah, probably for like thousands and thousands of dollars. But like here's the thing too. I actually wrote like a pretty big, well, Chat GPT wrote like a pretty big like appeal because it was like they did send me like a packet that was like, here's why your stuff was confiscated, blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, they're like, because they're like, oh, they're firearm parts. And I'm like, well, they're not. Like I'm using them for my airsoft, my son's airsoft gun. How are you going to deprive this poor child of his airsoft toys? Is pretty much what my letter read. I never heard a response back from customs. I know I never got my stuff, and I know I certainly got charged for it, and it certainly was delivered to customs. That really sucks. Well, maybe we could work something out, John. Tell all your friends to subscribe. We need subscribers first before we do any giveaways. So one step at a time. Yeah. Oh my God. Half a used beat to death Zeneco handguard sells for like $200. Probably more than that. Star Wars Daily says hello. Well, welcome, Star Wars Daily. My favorite Star Wars is Star Wars Episode 3 because Anakin's real shitty in it. I love it. They robbed you, man. Yeah, they probably did. It is what it is. I kind of placed the order knowing that there was like probably a good chance that they were going to swoop it from me. Sean's trying to start his own militia. What's good? What's good, Mason? Appreciate you popping on the channel. I want me a Canik TP9. Looks worth the money. So I have heard good things about Canik. I personally don't own any Canik firearms. I don't think they're like super cute, sexy looking, but that's just me. Okay, Mason looks, and those Caniks look really enticing. Yeah, I have shot them before. They shoot pretty well. Haven't had any personally negative experiences with them. It just other stuff usually tickles my fancy. But if you guys just popping on the stream, please subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. If you lurk on eBay every day for a year straight, you'll find real Zeneco. It's rare. There are parts here and there in the U.S. Yeah, dude, buying that kind of shit from eBay scares me a little bit. So A-Band says, I'm looking for a used EOTech as we speak. Yeah, again, I don't know if I would buy a used EOTech. Just because, like, dude, there's just so many real good fake ones out there that, like, how are you know what I'm saying? I don't know. What's your opinion on CZ? I just got my first P09. Now, CZs are good guns, man. I like me a little CZ. I don't think I have one here with me, but Malik, what's this GAFS channel? Is it on Reddit or something? A-Band says true. Yeah, dude, I just would hate for someone to get scammed on like eBay. Like I bought some shit on eBay that I knew was fake. Like I had bought like a fake Surefire X300 essentially. And they're like, nope, it's totally real. And I'm like, I know it's not for $300 or for $30, but like, fuck it. Like bring it in, Maybe I'll just buy the 512. Dude, okay, so I have a 512 and I hate it. I actually have a couple of videos shitting specifically on the 512. Again, my 512 is a little bit old, but like the reticle is dim as fuck. Like I've replaced the batteries. It's not the batteries. But when you're outside, like you really can't even pick up the reticle very well, which kind of sucks. Malik says gun accessories for sale channel on Reddit. Okay, dude, we got to post my channel link in there, Malik. If you're on that Reddit, post it in there for me. We need to get the channel out there. Yeah, $30 was crazy. I will say I have a video on that fake Surefire too, but I was shooting it on one of my Glock 17s with the little Griffin Armament Micro Carry Comp, it's called, and it straight up like exploded the lens, just like that little bit of concussion from the little comp there, like broke the lens of it. So yeah, it was $30. It was a piece of shit. You know, sorry, I'm a little behind. What do you think about the M-Lock AK rail systems? I like them. I think some of them look pretty good. I mean, as far as Zeneco clones, I know Midwest Industry makes a pretty good M-Lock one, and then PSA also has like some good looking M-Lock AK clones from Zeneco too. I like. I have the Bar Waris Alpha One rail. That's the quad one for the AK. I do like the look of the quad rail a little bit better. To me, like skinny M-Lock rails on an AK just look kind of weird, but maybe that's because I'm a little bit like fuddy with my AK style. But I do have my Rifle Dynamics Quick Hatch. I do have a M-Lock rail, and dude, it's great. Works good. Keeps the weight a little bit lighter too. So I think they're good. We were talking about the EOTech 512, so not daylight bright. Well, okay, to be completely fair, my EOTech 512 is old as dirt. But I was still a little pissed off because like it's still not a cheap optic. It is, it's kind of expensive, and for it to like not work in the daylight was kind of stupid. And then I also reached out to EOTech and I was like, yo, my optic is like not kind of working, and they're like, oh, that sucks. Well, I don't know. And I was like, well, like, what do you mean? They're like, well, if you send that one back to us, we'll give you a 50% off coupon for a new EOTech. And I was like, well, I still don't want to spend, like, I don't want to buy that. Like, I don't have the, like, I don't want to give you my optic that is paid off and then spend another $300 on a new optic. So anyways, do you have any budget handgun light recommendations? Dude, I really think, check out the Streamlights. They're not cheap, but they are good quality. I do run a Streamlight HLX ProTac, which is like their full size like rifle / PCC, whatever the fuck, weapon mounted light. And I think Streamlight, you get a pretty good quality, you get a good quality product, and it's not as cheap as like or not as expensive, excuse me, than like a Surefire or something. So definitely check out Streamlight. I've always heard good stuff about CZ. My buddy has one. We put plenty of rounds here. Yeah, no complaints about CZ at all. I think they're a good company. They have some cool looking guns for sure. I don't have a CZ. Do I want one? Well, yeah, I mean, of course. But, when it comes to guns, sometimes you got to pick and choose which ones you want because I can't really buy every single gun under the sun, unfortunately. Maybe once the channel is monetized, I really do have my eye on a black and gold Desert Eagle that I'd really, really like to add. CYMA makes a super sexy M-Lock system for their airsoft guns, but it's to spec. Wondering if you'd try it if I sent one. Yeah, 100%. Private ass man, I would try it. A lot of the airsoft stuff. So I actually have a airsoft RPK vertical grip clone on one of my AKs, and like it's a aluminum grip. I mean, I don't know if I'd run like an airsoft optic. That doesn't really make a ton of sense, but dude, I'd absolutely try it. Private ass man, shoot me an email. Yeah, I'd love to try that. I love to try new things. So Potato the Unicorn says, got my first firearm required for work, open carry, went with a Glock 34. Nice. I do love my Glock 17. So Malik says, I got you. I'll have to post in a different channel. I'll get a strike or something if it's not selling. I gotcha. Yeah, dude. Well, if you could help me out in any way. I know Justin first said he was going to give me a shout out on his channel, but I don't think he did that yet. So we might have to remind him because I would really appreciate that. My AK has chemo furniture, and I absolutely cannot find a Keymod foregrip. Yeah, I haven't really messed with any sort of like Keymod stuff. Potato, what line of work are you in? Oh, Olight. Yeah, Olight is okay. Olight's good. But Olight's kind of like a little bit expensive too. Show us the EDC. Sure, Uncle Father. So this is going to be the Springfield 911, a little mini 1911 platform gun. This one's actually chambered in 380 ACP. I suck with this gun. That's me just being honest. The grips are actually really good. Nice rubberized grips. It's super small. Definitely a pocket gun if you can, or if you can't carry something a little bigger. And it actually does have some pretty good night sights on it as well. So Tiger stripes on the Deagle. I do like the Tiger Stripe Deagle, but I like the one that's like Basically just black with the gold barrel and some of the gold like highlights. Potato says, I work for an armored car company. I'm also in California, so it takes a lot longer to get it concealed. Well, that's cool. Well, congrats on getting to carry in California. Yeah. Daily update says, is it real? Just curious. Yes. Private Ass Man, gotta head out. Have a good left of the live stream. Appreciate it. Private Ass Man, send me an email so we can do this airsoft rail or whatever. What's your opinion on putting a 300 blackout radical optic on a 7.62 by 39 platform? I think that'd be great. To be honest, they perform very very similar ballistically, so I think you would be able to get like the same holds and stuff on it, which I think would be really cool. I would love. I know like EOTech makes that specific like 300 blackout optic, which I think is really cool. I don't personally want to spend like however the fuck much money that is, but I feel like Mlock actually killed Keymod. Doesn't look like they're making any. Yeah, dude. I'm sure you could find it. I maybe honestly, I don't usually use eBay, but I might check eBay for that one. I kind of hate that Mlock became the standard. I like it, but I think Picatinny is better. I think they have their pluses and minuses. If you really install Mlock stuff correctly, yeah, I get it. It is kind of like another point of failure for attachment, which makes sense. Whereas Picatinny is just kind of solid and stable. That's what really drives me nuts. Like about some of these dots, like where it's like, oh, you have the dot, and then you have this plate, and then you have to add this plate, and then and it's just like Jesus Christ, like just more pieces that could like shake loose and screw up. So I kind of get that. I get that thought for the Mlock too, but especially for like heavier guns, like a lot of AKs, like that quad rail I run on my full size AK is so heavy. I got the Mi Pro Light Bullseye rear sight. Haven't put it on yet. I've heard both good and bad things about it. I don't know. I don't have any experience with that one. What kind of optic do you plan on going with on the Vector? I don't know. I did have my EOTech 512 on the Vector. I meant to put it back on the Vector before my range day, and I completely forgot. I think, I don't know. The Sig Romeo 5 is probably my like favorite quote unquote like budget red dot. I already have one, and I really don't want to get a second one. But I think Malik is actually going to send me an optic, so that'll even either land on the Vector, or in all honesty, it'll probably land on the RPK. Because I do have some parts from Midwest Industries that are actually coming in today, which I'm really excited. And I kind of want to do like a modernized tactical RPK build. So I do have I'd love to do like a railed gas tube with that optic on. So my long way of saying, I don't know what I'm going to put on the Vector. Definitely something, just haven't gotten to it yet. Malik says it's hard to get a good C clamp with the Picatinny though. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I will kind of counter argument, not really argument, but if I like grip, I can usually set my thumb on one of the Picatinny like sections. So I'm still actually able to get a pretty good grip that way. Heavy for those who don't lift. Hell yeah. I mean, I do run the RPK and a full size AK with a quad rail, but it's always kind of funny to me when I pick up even my 300 blackout AR build, which is still like, it's got a bunch of shit on it. Like it's got optic, magnifier, flashlight, suppressor, like all the odd and end pieces. And it is still so much lighter than my AK platforms. Malik says, I am when I get home, so expect an email from me tonight or tomorrow. Well, hell yeah, brother. I really appreciate that. If you guys are just popping in, please subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. Who's C clamping in 2024? No, it's a good way to grip it. Yeah, even some of my thicker, like my AR rail that I run with the kind of like integral suppressor on my 300 blackout AR, like even that one, like it's still M-Lock, but it's still a little bit almost hard to C clamp just because it is kind of like a bulkier, beefier rail just because of just the size of the suppressor. A lot of people, Malik says. Yeah, if you guys just pop it in, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you guys being here. Doing my best to hit these watch hours so we can maybe make some money on the channel, so we can do some giveaways, because I do really want to do giveaways on the channel. I can't be giving away all my stuff and paying for all this damn editing software. But yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. These live streams are always a lot of fun. So we are running a custom Springfield Prodigy. This is the 4 1/4 version. I do have V8 ports on this with an upgraded trigger to a 2.5 pound trigger and the Dawson Precision Magwell. Also rocking the Holosun ACSS optic as well. We do also have the Chris Vector chambered in 45 ACP here. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Well, welcome from Brazil. All I run is a foregrip, I guess. I feel different than someone who wants to have a lot of stuff on there. You're right, though. My M1 carbine feels like a toy after holding my AK. Yeah, dude, AKs are just heavier, but whatever. I still love my AKs. Give that Chris away to me. Maybe someday. Well, shit, if I could get them to send me a Gen 3, maybe I'd give away the Gen 2. I W clamp my AKM at the moment at the range, and the ladies love it. It's all about the ladies. All right, give me 1 second. Hugs from Brazil. Thank you. Give me 1 second. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back. I will also remember to mute the stream because last time y'all could hear me in the bathroom. That was fun. So I'm just going to set this right here, I guess. All right, give me 1 second, boys. Okay. What's this reverse C clamp? I was wondering what a W clamp was. A blood clamp? Interesting. I think I live under a rock now. My AR is actually heavier than my AKM. I'm curious to see how you've done that, sir. It's how you clamp like a grip. West side, best side. It's hard to explain in a message. Sucks living in California. Can't own shit. The Prepared Father, what's up, man? Appreciate you popping on the stream. Is that a SIG 938? Okay, that's the gun I was trying to think of earlier. So it's very close. It's almost exactly the same. It's going to be the Springfield 911, it's called, but it's essentially the SIG P938. I'm trying to remember specifically why I went with this gun over that SIG. So this gun, it's kind of hard to show, but it does have some really good night sights on it, and it actually does have a really good rubberized grip on it too. And I also didn't have an FDE gun in the collection at the time, so I liked the FDE. It's a nice little piece. It's super small. It's kind of hard to appreciate because the Vector and the Prodigy are kind of small guns also, but it is a pretty small gun. When shit hit the fan, what's your go-to gun? I have probably my 300 Blackout AR. I have that one set up very purpose-driven. Everyone likes to bitch and moan when I say 300 Blackout over 5.56, but I don't care. And then I also would have like a little shorty AK with me too, because if shit hit the fan, I can only assume that we're being invaded by some sort of communist force that uses 7.62 by 39, or at least has some 7.62 by 39 running around. So is not okay. The capacity of this one, I want to say it's like 5, which kind of sucks, and it's chambered in 380. So it does come with a second extended mag that I think gives you another 1 or 2 rounds. So I think it has like a max capacity of like 7 or 8. And then that is in 380 ACP. I personally really suck with this gun. I don't know. I have like normal size hands, I would say, and I just even with the grip, like I feel like I just suck with it. Again, I should shut up and train through it. But 380 is also kind of expensive too. So I have a gun that's really small that I actually am not really good with, and it kind of shoots expensive rounds. So I don't super duper love this gun. That's why it's usually not out on the channel, to be honest. The Springfield Prodigy is in 9mm. This guy is in 380. And the Vector is actually chambered in 45 ACP for whoever asked the caliber. Brandon. Hey, man, wish you an awesome 2025. Well, appreciate that. Thank you. Potato says, want to get a ported barrel for the G34. Any recommendations on some reputable shops to look into? So the ports that I have in the Prodigy, I actually got done by DSC Gunworks. But for the G34, it may actually be cheaper to like buy a ported barrel just like from whoever, and then also buy a like slide cut one too, like a slide cut slide for the ports. Off the top of my head, I'm kind of blanking on a good name to give you, so I'm sorry, man. Got to get back to work now. Nice collection you got. Thank you, Uncle Father. Appreciate you. Monkey Man, nice gun. Thanks. Monsoon Tactical. All right, yeah, there you go. I like Monsoon Tactical. We were talking about this W clamp. All right, hold on. What do you think about the SIG P365 over your carry? I'm thinking about getting the Myco. So the P365 Legion is actually the gun that I carry all the time. I would absolutely recommend that over this. To be honest, I don't carry this gun. I don't use this gun. This gun is kind of just sits around. I've actually considered selling this gun on more than one occasion. I love the P365 Legion. That one fits my hand really well. It's got the all-metal frame. It's got the integrated slide comp. It's got a really cool mag well that you can use to like brace your hand up about it. I love the P365 series. The personal P365 that I have is the Legion version. But the P365, like the other guns, are good too. I would really recommend getting one with the slide comp for sure. Yeah, if you guys are just popping in, welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, and please subscribe to the channel. I really would appreciate it. What's going on, man? Happy New Year's. Thank you. I am Morpheus. Welcome back. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely do recommend some ports. I love porting guns. I think it's really cool. The only kind of negative thing is you do kind of lose the ability to suppress. I actually have a really good, well, obviously I think all my stuff's good, but I have a really good long form video kind of talking about the benefits of ports versus compensator with a threaded barrel. So if you're kind of considering those, check out that video. I'd really recommend that. Brandon says, I own several Springfields, love them all. Yeah, dude, the Springfield Prodigy has never had any problems for me. This gun, the little Springfield 911 here, actually did have some issues with it when I first got it. It was not cycling reliably, but to Springfield's credit, I sent it back to them. They did something, and now it works. I have a Glock 23, and it hurts my hand every shot. Something about the grip shape and that 40 cal recoil, yeah. Try 10mm bear loads. Springfield or Prepared Father says was definitely debating on the new Springfield comp. Yeah, dude. I bought this before the comp one came out, but I like the ports. I think it looks, I don't know. I think the comp on the end of the Prodigy looks kind of stupid, if I'm being incredibly honest, but I'm sure it shoots really well. The new SIG P365 Micro comes ported. Seems cool. Yeah, I'm sure that'd be a good one too. So the one other thing to kind of consider with like ports and stuff is I do actually like when they come from the factory, because that kind of means like basically that they did the reliability for you, so you shouldn't have to like mess with recoil springs and shit like that. Oh, ports look way hotter than integrated comps. Yeah, I agree. I like the integrated comp on the P365 that I have. I think that one looks good, but ports look fucking good. Good to know. Yeah, man. Yeah, ports versus the comp. The comp, you're going to have a little bit of an extra length to it. Ports, you're not going to have that length, but you are probably going to have a little bit of decreased bullet velocity, which, you know, how much does that matter to you? Meh. Kind of negligible if you ask me, in my opinion, because like, I don't know, I think someone was like, oh, you're going to get like crappier velocity with these ports. I'm like, dude, like, I don't care. Especially for this gun. Like, I built this gun to go as fast as I possibly can. And that's why I did the ports, to make it flat. And that's why I did the trigger upgrade, so I can shoot the gun faster. What state do you reside? Somewhere west. I carry an FNX 45 tactical. 40 may be a little snappy, but not as bad as most things out there. Yeah, I'm in China. That sucker is nice. Dude, I have a lot of footage on this gun, and it so the P226 Sig Sauer that I built out, I built that out to try and outrun this gun, and I just can't. With the because it's a 2.5 pound trigger on this, with the V8 ports, and it being a 2011, it's insane. But hey, I appreciate you guys tuning on the stream. I am going to set a, what's it called? Schedule. So we're gonna do another live stream tonight at like 7 or 8 o'clock, and I'll schedule that one out for you. Why can't you touch it? YouTube will shut me down. Have you had issues with the optic coming loose on the Prodigy? No, I actually haven't. I Loctited it and fucking, it's been fine. Loctite it and torque the shit down. Some people will put like little lines on their screws to make sure it's not loosening. I haven't done that, but I haven't had any issues with this. I carry the 509. Love it, man. Flattest base gun I've ever shot. Yeah, it's a nice one. Nice red mag. Thanks. I spray painted it myself. I did it to match my car's brake calipers. So I thought it was pretty cool that I could match the Prodigy with my car. Do you do all your mods yourself? I do most. Obviously, I didn't do the ports myself, but I mean, I put the magwell on myself. I do a lot of like trigger work myself too. But some things like the ports, I just, obviously I can't do here at home. It's actually kind of a point that I made. I did like a Glock versus SIG versus 2011. That was kind of one of the benefits to the Glock and the SIG, is you can actually do most of those upgrades at home, whereas the 2011s are a little bit more difficult. Good point on the ports. I mean, how often are you shooting your handgun at max range? To be honest, I shoot my handguns up to 100 yards because I think it's fun, and I like to be like, I can do it, But yeah, it's one of those things, especially for a concealed carry gun. I mean, practically speaking, most engagements are pretty close, so whatever. Yo, Muzzle, didn't you make a whole short about touching your guns on the live stream? Yeah, I did a little bit of a rage short because they shut down my stream, and I was real pissed off, and I was like, this is bullshit. So yeah, I did. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys, please. Subscribe. Yeah, I know. I appreciate you watching all my videos, boss. Morpheus says, I mark my screw just to see if they walk. Get it? Because they always run. I missed the joke. Sorry, man. Loved the bolt action Mauser yesterday. Yeah, that was a pretty cool one. We had the Swedish bolt action Mauser on the channel. Last night's live was pretty cool. But we're gonna bring some knives out on tonight's live because I think people were asking for them. But I actually got to shower up and get back to work here a little bit. But all right, hold on. Brandon says, I'm still learning how to do mods myself. Are triggers difficult? Yeah, they can be, and that's one of the things too, is you can screw them up, and then you got to buy a new piece, which kind of sucks. So 100 yards, one shot, SD4, let's shoot cards. Yeah. All right, boys, well, I appreciate you tuning on to the stream. We'll do another stream later. I will see y'all later tonight, and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't.